Which materials are best to use for making your face masks? That's right, it's a really good question, right? Because there's lots of materials out there. And if you don't make your own face masks, which type of face mask should you be looking to buy? Which materials should they have? Well, that's what we're talking about today, because I think it's a really important thing. And of course, why are we talking about face masks? Well, we're talking about face masks because they are here to stay with us for a little while, guys. I can tell you that much. We know that one of our best defenses against COVID-19 is wearing face masks. We know that wearing face masks not only protects other people from us, but it protects us from other people because of the spread of upper respiratory droplets that tends to spread COVID-19 virus. So you want to get a good material. You want to get the right material. So let's just jump right in and talk about which those are. Now, first of all, let's lay a couple ground rules about the face mask. The CDC recommends that you wear a face mask with at least 2 layers, and the World Health Organization says your face mask should have at least 3 layers. So 2 or 3, and you're good to go. That's really important. I did a video about this, and maybe I'll put this in the comments or in the link so you guys can check that out. The other thing to keep in mind is we don't want our masks to have valves or vents, right? Because we don't want any way that air can escape. So no valves or vents for our masks. And also, we don't want children under the age of 2 to wear masks either. That's a no-no. They're a little too young. But when it comes to materials, okay, here we go. So let's start with the World Health Organization suggestions. Again, they are the ones that recommend 3 layers for the face mask. And they recommend that your face mask, again, 3 layers. 1 layer is the inner layer. That's the layer that's closest to your mouth. Then there's a middle layer that almost serves like a filter. And then an outer layer, and that's the layer that sort of faces everyone else, that faces the public. So these are the 3 layers. So let's start with the outer layer, okay? That outer layer that faces everyone else. They are recommending what we call a hydrophobic fabric. You're saying, Hydra who? Hydro what? Hydrophobic, which simply means it's a fabric that sort of repels moisture or liquid, water, droplets, things like that. That's going to be really important because you don't want to absorb that if that's the outer layer. You want that to sort of be able to repel the moisture, and that's what that outer layer should be and should do. Now, the World Health Organization suggests either using synthetic polyester or a blend of synthetic polyester and cotton for that outer layer. So that's really important. You want a hydrophobic layer, synthetic polyester or a synthetic polyester cotton blend. Okay, that's the outer layer. Now moving to the middle layer, or sort of the insert layer. The World Health Organization recommends that you use a material that can kind of act as a filter. They recommend polypropylene fabric. You're probably saying poly who? Poly what? I don't know, I just love saying that. Anyway, polypropylene fabric is the fabric that they recommend for that middle or inner layer. And I think the CDC has a really good description of why this material works so well in this position. So the CDC says that polypropylene actually may enhance filtering effectiveness by generating a triboelectric charge, which is basically a form of static electricity, okay? And what that does is it enhances the capture of charged particles. So, it's really kind of important. It almost sort of serves to kind of scoop up particles because of the static electricity that's produced, which I think is super interesting. So that's the middle or sort of insert layer. And then we've got the inner layer. That's the layer that's closest to our face. The World Health Organization recommends a hydrophilic layer for that one. That simply means a layer of a material that can actually absorb droplets from the exhaled breath. So that layer is going to be closest to our mouth. So when we breathe out, we want the moisture to be captured right there. We don't want it to go too far. And for that, they recommend simply cotton. So I hope that's really helpful. Again, this is the World Health Organization. They say the inner layer should be cotton. The middle or insert layer should be this polypropylene fabric. And then the outer layer, the layer that faces other people, should be a combination of either a synthetic polyester or a synthetic polyester cotton blend. Once again, many face masks and many organizations simply recommend cotton face masks. That's not a problem. I do want to mention as well that the CDC mentions that silk, as an example, may help repel moist droplets as well and reduce fabric wetting. So there are a few different options here, but I hope that's helpful. So when you're looking at different face masks, you're trying to figure out what works for you, or you have a mask that's not comfortable or you don't think is effective, sort of keep those things in mind. Guys, I hope this is helpful. If you have not liked and subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so. And please click the little bell to get updates. I will be back soon with more health updates. See you soon.